Extension of authority for appointment of certain scientific, engineering, and technical personnel. Sector 3118. Extension of authority for acceptance of contributions for acceleration of removal or security of fissile materials, radiological materials, and related equipment at vulnerable sites worldwide. Sector 3119. Extension of enhanced procurement authority to manage supply chain risk. Sector 3120. Prohibition on availability of funds to reconvert or retire W-76-2 warheads. Sector 3121. Portfolio Management Framework for National Nuclear Security Administration. Subtitle See Reports and Other Matters. Sector 3131. Modifications to certain reporting requirements. Sector 3132. Modification to terminology for reports on financial balances for atomic energy defense activities. Sector 3133. Improvements to annual reports on condition of the United States nuclear weapons stockpile. Sector 3134. Report on plant-directed research and development. Sector 3135. Reports on risks to and gaps in industrial base for nuclear weapons components, subsystems, and materials. Sector 3136. Transfer of building located at 4170 Allium Court, Springfield, Ohio. Sector 3137. Comprehensive strategy for treating, storing, and disposing of defense nuclear waste resulting from stockpile maintenance and modernization activities. Sector 3138. Acquisition of high-performance computing capabilities by National Nuclear Security Administration. Sector 3139. Study on the W-80-4 Nuclear Warhead Life Extension Program. Sector 3140. Study on Runit Dome and related hazards. Sector 3141. Sense of Congress regarding compensation of individuals relating to uranium mining and nuclear testing. Subtitle A National Security Programs and Authorizations. Sec. 3101. National Nuclear Security Administration. A. Authorization of appropriations. Funds are hereby authorized to be appropriated to the Department of Energy for fiscal year 2022 for the activities of the National Nuclear Security Administration in carrying out programs as specified in the funding table in Section 4701. B. Authorization of new plant projects. from funds referred to in subsection A, that are available for carrying out plant projects, the Secretary of Energy may carry out new plant projects for the National Nuclear Security Administration as follows. Project 22D513, Power Sources Capability, Sandia National Laboratories, Albuquerque, New Mexico, $13,827,000. Project 22D514, Digital Infrastructure Capability Expansion, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, Livermore, California, $8 million. Project 22D531, KL Chemistry and Radiological Health Building, Knowles Atomic Power Laboratory, Schenectady, New York, $41,620,000. Project 22D532, KL Security Upgrades, Knowles Atomic Power Laboratory, Schenectady, New York, $5,100,000. Shipping and Receiving, Exterior, Los Alamos National Laboratory, Los Alamos, New Mexico, $9,700,000. TCAP Restoration Column A, Savannah River Site, Aiken, South Carolina, $4,700,000. SEC 3102. Defense Environmental Cleanup. A. Authorization of appropriations. Funds are hereby authorized to be appropriated to the Department of Energy for fiscal year 2022 for defense environmental cleanup activities in carrying out programs as specified in the funding table in Section 4701. B. Authorization of new plant projects from funds referred to in subsection A, that are available for carrying out plant projects, the Secretary of Energy may carry out, for defense environmental cleanup activities, the following new plant projects. Project 22D401, 400 Area Fire Station, Hanford Site, Richland, Washington, $15,200,000. Project 22D402, 200 Area Water Treatment Facility, Hanford Site, Richland, Washington, $12,800,000. Project 22D403, Idaho Spent Nuclear Fuel Staging Facility, Idaho National Laboratory, Idaho Falls, Idaho, $3 million. Project 22D404, Additional ICDF Landfill Disposal Cell and Evaporation Ponds Project, Idaho National Laboratory, Idaho Falls, Idaho, $5 million. SEC 3103. Other defense activities. Funds are hereby authorized to be appropriated to the Department of Energy for fiscal year 2022 for other defense activities in carrying out programs as specified in the funding table in Section 4701. Sec. 3104. Nuclear energy. Funds are hereby authorized to be appropriated to the Department of Energy for fiscal year 2022 for nuclear energy as specified in the funding table in Section 4701. Subtitle B Program Authorizations, Restrictions, and Limitations Sec. 3111. Plutonium pit production capacity. A. Certifications Section 4219 of the Atomic Energy Defense Act, 50 U.S.C. 2538A, is amended by adding at the end the following new subsections. D. Certifications on plutonium enterprise. 1. Requirement. Not later than 30 days after the date on which a covered project achieves a critical decision milestone, the Assistant Secretary for Environmental Management and the Deputy Administrator for Defense Programs shall jointly certify to the Congressional Defense Committees that the operations, infrastructure, and workforce of such project are adequate to carry out the delivery and disposal of planned waste shipments relating to the plutonium enterprise, as outlined in the Critical Decision Memoranda of the Department of Energy with respect to such project. 2. Failure to certify. If the Assistant Secretary for Environmental Management and the Deputy Administrator for Defense Programs fail to make a certification under paragraph 1, by the date specified in such paragraph with respect to a covered project achieving a critical decision milestone, the Assistant Secretary and the Deputy Administrator shall jointly submit to the Congressional Defense Committees, by not later than 30 days after such date, a plan to ensure that the operations, infrastructure,